Well, none of this matters. Okay, we're recording now. We're recording now on Zoom, and that's something special.
That's all that matters. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast.
Hi.
Our very own podcast.
We have
I'm
one.
Julia.
I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Katie.
And the name of our podcast is She's Good, in reference to, women's sports players. They're
Being
so
good
good.
at stuff.
They're
good.
so good.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we are in some kind of mood today already. So.
Yeah. And as you guys, if anyone's watching on YouTube, my background is different than normal,
Wow.
and it's because I'm dog sitting.
Cute.
Get off of those dogs. Don't sit on them.
Katie's is different than normal too.
Get off of those
Yeah,
dogs.
that's because I didn't want to make my bed.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
hear you.
Mine's the same location, but you can see like some boxes today.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see the Mancala today or whatever.
Oh, the rock
and
tumbler?
all the stuff
Or
up-
the rock
up-
tumbler.
up
It's over
top,
here.
yeah.
It's up there.
There it is.
There it is.
There's that rock tumbler.
Got it.
Oh, and we can kind of see the Everlast.
Oh, there's a punching bag.
I bet you this is riveting for anyone listening on our brand new Spotify,
Yes.
Stitcher, or Apple.
Because it's up. We've done it. It only took us 12 episodes to get them up.
12 episodes in like 17 months.
Honestly, we were slow and steady about it, but it's done.
It's
Slow
fun.
and steady wins the race, though, if anybody knows the fable.
You're right.
That is it. That is true. That's
Exactly.
true.
And so, I mean, bottom line is that we've won.
We have won.
We've
We're
run
good.
that.
We've won
Won
in
that
that we've
race.
succeeded in making a podcast our goal.
Well, we have our podcast. We're all in different locations, and there's some stuff going on. I think the episode is going to be like a little bit different than normal, just because there's not like real live current seasons going on.
Yeah, we're like in a weird like buffer in between for like league sports, I think.
Right.
At least women's league sports.
Yeah.
At least that we have watched.
Yes, true.
Basketball, and soccer,
The two sports.
and tennis,
watch.
and
softball.
softball.
I did see, you know what? I was setting up my DVR for the next 2 weeks because I need to do that or I panic. And
my God, I'm
I noticed that on election night, if you aren't interested in election coverage, you can scoot over to ESPN2 and watch Pogo Stick Championship.
Shut the hell up. That's going to be in a real battle for some election feed.
Viewers. Yeah.
Listen, you're right. The Spectrum info tells me they can jump 10 feet and they do backflips and stuff. So
Wait,
I
that's kind of cool.
no, I'm not interested in that. I feel like that's for the circus, and that's where it should stay.
oh boy, I'm into it though. I'll watch
You guys
it.
should watch it and
I'll
just
tune in.
text me updates, live text.
As far as I know, I'm going to be working at the poll until 11 p.m.
Oh,
You're
that's
working
too
the
late.
polls, baby?
I'm working at the polls in sweet Livonia.
Sweet.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because you can only work where you're registered, and I am
That's
registered
crazy.
When are you coming back?
in Michigan. The night before, but I'll be here for a while.
Oh my gosh, I want to at least like stare at you like through a window and like, you be Juliet, I'll be Romeo.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought you said you
balcony.
be Julia. You be Julia and she'll be Romeo.
Is that what you said? I thought that's what you said.
I said you be Juliet and I'll be
Oh,
Romeo.
okay. I guess that
You
does
know,
make
like
sense.
the balcony, like she's like at the balcony and Romeo's like,
And she lets down her hair,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then he
mhm,
climbs
it up. Yeah, I'll
love
climb up
that.
your hair.
and then I feel like I'm like sleeping, and then you have to like kiss me, and then we make out for 10 minutes, and then I wake up.
Yeah.
And there's just, you're surrounded by 7 tiny men.
Dwarves. Oh,
God, I know it's like it's like
I'm gonna
played
cut that
out
out.
that
I don't
like
know if that's like offensive.
What?
no, I know. I was no.
I just said dwarves, like 7 dwarves. Is
Oh,
that an
that's-
offensive word?
I think that's the movie.
I think
though.
that's the word.
know, but-
and it's a movie.
Well, I apologize. 'cause
Well, the
it just,
dwarf
like,
I think
Fans are
that's
gonna come
also.
for you.
I think that's also the word that dwarfism is a thing.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's the correct Word. I think,
Term.
I don't know, their stats are going to come for us.
So soccer.
what
Should
I
we talk
said.
about soccer?
Say that.
Oh God, I regret.
Yeah, so soccer, there's some stuff going on in soccer, and we'll start there because that's our like safe place.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Detroit City FC shirt. Katie's wearing her.
Angel sit.
Hey,
I'm
one
wearing
of us.
a Bayside Tigers shirt. I'm sure they had a soccer team at Bayside.
Weren't
Yeah.
they in LA? You can Oh no, they weren't.
They were in Southern California,
Okay,
so probably.
so that's close to Angel City. So basically,
They're Kelly Kapowski is the coach of Angel City.
oh my god,
Well, that'd be cool.
maybe.
I'd be into that. Honestly.
Wait, isn't there a new coach? Who just got announced?
They
It's like
announced-
Destiny's Child or something.
What?
No, you said it. No. No, it's literally not. Isn't it a basketball player? Who'd you say?
What are you talking about?
Stop guessing. A new
Kelly
added
Kapowski.
owner.
Are you wondering who Kelly Kapowski
No, a
is?
new
Oh
added
no,
owner.
owner. Oh, Candace Parker. Candace Parker.
It is Candace Parker.
Yeah.
Candace Parker and Layla.
And Layla, her daughter.
Oh, okay. Obsessed with that. Obsessed with
Mogul.
Candace.
There were a few. I think Billie Jean King also. I think I did read that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. and
There
some
were
other
more. I
people.
don't
rad.
recall.
I can't
It's been a
remember.
week.
It's going to be super
Yes.
rad. And for anyone listening, please go listen to our old episodes. But if you're listening for the first time, Angel City is the new NWSL team where like a bunch of like very cool women are like all part owners. But go freaking listen to our old episodes, okay? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's so
Start
many.
episode 1, you guys.
Yeah. If people are doing that, I'm sorry ahead of time. But no, it'll be good.
It'll like just be like my mom listening to old episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So anyway,
Oh, sports.
sports.
So,
Sports. So where
Oh,
do we
God.
start? Do we start with the end of the fall series, or do we jump right into October camp, or what do you wanna? How you wanna?
Let's
chat
get
about
the
this
fall
soccer.
series out of the way because I don't remember it.
yeah,
so.
me either, actually. Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I said
quick.
jump into camp.
Let's just skip it all together.
Let's just skip it. I
They had
don't
a fall
remember.
series? What?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
So I do remember. So there were two games we hadn't watched yet as of our last
Right.
recording. Pride versus Courage, which was a pretty wild game.
Yeah.
And this one also decided who came in third place and won the money for their charity. So that was at halftime. It was pretty much the first half Courage dominating. At the half, it was 3-0 North Carolina Courage.
Right. And didn't North Carolina have to win this game by 3 goals to clinch third place?
I know they at least had to win. I don't know by how much, but I think that they had a chance at that point to get to third place. But then second half, here comes Orlando, and they also scored 3 goals and they tie, leading to Washington Spirit taking third place.
Oh,
North Carolina, I think, came in 5th overall.
That was a really fun
I
game.
think it was.
And one of Marissa Vigiano, I think that's how you say her name, on
Yeah.
Orlando. She's a midfielder.
She's good.
Our girl is from Troy, Michigan.
Oh my
I
god.
say our
Hi,
girl
Troy.
because she's from Michigan.
Our
but
girl. Any Michigander is
Our girl. Yeah, so add her
Even
to
if
the
they're a boy.
list.
That's true.
Even if they're a boy. Just add them all to our list. But yeah.
Equal opportunity, our girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In that game, though, Cindy LaRue busted her face open.
Yeah.
They wrapped her head up like a mummy, and she just
Oh,
kept on
shit.
playing.
It just like suddenly like the camera panned over to her and there was just like
It's just,
blood
like, blood
dripping
streaming
down
down
her
her
face.
Oh my god. Wait,
I was
what
quite
happened?
sure- I don't know, really.
Her nose?
It seemed like she
just
got, like-
bonked it.
They went up for like a header and like hit each other in the head and it like hit like her
A small laceration.
a small laceration by her eyebrow. And then she started dripping.
It was there
Drip,
was a lot
drip.
of blood, and they just wrapped her right up. And
She went back out there. Well, for a while, like what they wrapped her with was like too far down over her eyes.
Oh,
so she kept,
no.
like, pushing it
she's
up.
like
so-
looking
and-
like this.
Yeah.
That's fun to play with. Certainly.
Yeah.
She was like ready to go back on, and the trainers are like trying to get it out of her eyes so she could see.
No, let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
I want to get out there. Yeah, that was a fun game.
yeah.
What was the other game?
The other game was Reign versus Royals. OL Reign versus Utah Royals. OL Reign won 2-0. And honestly, this one was late at night. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or it was later. I don't
Well, it
know.
was
I
late for
tired.
us. I think it was normal time for West Coast.
But it was very chaotic is all I really remember. There was like a lot of very much back and forth. We were talking about this a little bit where I think they were in the bottom 2 in the standings. I don't know if they
Yeah, it's like who
ended up
cares
that
if it's
way,
like-
but it very much seemed like they're just like, well, let's just do whatever we want and throw the rules out the window.
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't this the game where Sofia Huerta finally scored a goal?
yeah, she did score.
And she's been doing like so much.
Yeah,
I was like, give this woman a goal.
finally.
And she got it.
Yeah.
Um,
You know
so-
what is kind of cool though is that because Rain is like owned by the French group OL, who I'm not going to even try to pronounce
I don't speak French.
because I'll just sound stupid.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
remember.
Sofia Huerta and Bethany Balcer both are going over to France, to Lyon, to like train with their team like in the
nice.
off season.
Oh,
So that's kind of cool.
oh my
That's
gosh.
I saw like Sofia Huerta got there like earlier this week, and then Bethany Balcer just tweeted about it today. She's like, "I'm going to France, baby."
That's
Do
cool.
they, so because they have like ties there, do you think that is partly why they're going there? Does that make
I think
sense?
that's 100%. Yeah, I
The
think
whole
that's
thing.
why. Yeah,
Okay.
it was just an easy
Cool.
to be like, "Hey, like that
It's the
their
same
coach
club.
wants them to like get more." I don't know, and yeah.
Sweet. Wait, but isn't Bethany also at camp? Or is camp
Yeah,
over?
camp just ended, and
Oh,
so
okay.
she's
Camp Walden for girls.
Camp Walden for girls. Yeah,
Cool.
she found a twin.
Yo, tie-dye
love
girl.
Aww. Her twin, I would say, is
Bethany Balcer.
Bethany Bell.
Robot. It's a robot.
It's a robot.
Her twin
Like
is her
Steve
clone,
Urkel.
Bethany Bowser.
Bethany
But
Balcer.
Becky Sauerbrunn, I bet, kind of looked a little bit like her as a kid. I bet they could look like each other.
Bethany Balcer.
Is it because they're both blonde?
That's the only
Becky
reason.
Sauerbrunn.
That's just the whole reason. Oh, you guys, I love Becky.
Tweens.
Oh, me too.
Um,
I was watching an interview with her and Abby Dahlkemper. And
I saw that too.
Oh, really?
It was cute.
It was from
Yeah.
camp, I think.
Yeah.
So cute. But
Lots
she was
of good
talking about how
content.
in her first cap, she broke her nose. Reminded me
Ooh.
of Sydney LaRue.
Yeah, that was
Yikes.
really gross the way she described it. As
Yeah.
like she looked in the mirror and her nose was like crooked.
sideways.
Like yeah. And they were like, we could reset your nose now or we could do it at the hospital. And she looks in the mirror and she's like, you should do it now.
It looks great now. You would never know.
Yeah, there you go.
She's also very funny, by the way.
She is funny. Okay,
She's
in the
very funny.
confessional,
Yes,
They
I
also
choose
did-
all my favorite players by if they're funny or not. That's the only way.
I will say though that team
Hear
as
about
a
their
whole is very funny.
they're funny. I'm
Got
telling
a
you,
good sense of humor.
Just
female
the way they-
identifying. Yeah, do you think this looks cute yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can,
really
wait, sorry guys, I need to reset my nose.
Oh,
Okay,
it looks like
how's
nothing
that?
happened.
Honestly, you were very brave.
Thank you. That hurts so bad, but I
I'm
just
glad we
have
did-
high pain tolerance.
I'm glad we did that on a visual medium,
Yeah.
such as our podcast.
Yeah, well, watch on YouTube. What are you guys doing?
Watch
Watching
it
them
and
listen.
listen to it.
Yeah, I think you should do both separately. you get different things both
Just
ways.
mute the video and then play the podcast and watch it.
Try to match it up.
There are things that I have edited on the podcast if I feel like it though. Don't ask
So
why.
it might be slightly different for like our stands.
Let us
who are
know.
gonna listen and
First,
watch.
yeah, for the She's Good stands. But anyway,
Stop
female
it.
identifying soccer people who play in women's soccer leagues are funny, and
Are
I'll
they
stand by
funny?
that. Yeah,
Interesting.
we should call this She's Funny.
She's
Oh
funny.
my god. Let's
She's funny.
redo the art. Redo the art.
Start over. She's funny.
Yeah, but there's some good content that came out of camp.
Yeah.
It was just nice to like see them back together
Yeah,
playing soccer
playing
with
their,
their masks
sport.
on. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I've been so starved for this content.
Hmm. They did
Just-
a really good job with content. I can't believe who's in charge of that.
I don't
Somebody.
know. I feel like
Answer.
every social media person for every women's soccer team is very good in my experience
Yeah,
of
that's
watching
true.
soccer since June.
It's very true. But it was cool because I was watching some of the stuff from camps. It was in Colorado, and when they all got there, like there was a lot of protocol in place, and they had a team physician that was like talking through in this YouTube video all of like the steps that they've been taking, and like they couldn't even all train together at first. Like they had to go through different things, and they were like did a lot of trainings in pods, and even then they were socially distant, so they'd do like conditioning drills where they didn't have to like be super close to each other or whatever.
Yeah, and they were expected to wear their masks when they were not on the field.
Are they also getting tested every day or like throughout?
Oh, I think so, right?
Are they doing that too? That's
I don't know if it was every day, but I know that they got their temperatures checked every day, and I know they got tested before because they got there, they got tested, and then they had to go hang out in their rooms by themselves.
Yeah.
Before they got
That's
their
the dream.
results.
I would love that.
I don't know. I feel like once
I
feel like it's been 9 months. I miss my friends. I go and they're there, and I have to like be alone in my hotel room.
Let me go sit in that was like, can we not touch each other? Like,
yeah, they're like air hugging.
Honestly, this is absolutely my dream.
I know. Okay, the question of like, are we supposed to shake hands? Are we supposed to whatever is like truly awful to me. And this has been a real blessing. I've said it once and I'll say it again. COVID is a literal blessing to us all. And anyone who says any different, you're wrong.
I need that dog to like jump off the couch and bite you right now.
He's busy with a bone thing.
Oh.
Actually, I'm like not supposed to let him
on the couch?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Let him on the couch. Let him have the bone in general. He's supposed to be
let him be happy.
Now, so.
Yeah. You're not allowed to let him feel joy.
I'm not even supposed to be here, actually.
This is not I'm not dog sitting.
Yeah.
I just broke in. Yeah.
I've broken. I knew that these people were like leaving, and so I basically kind of worked my way in. It's been nice. It's been so nice to just get away. A little staycation.
Heck.
Yeah, I do recommend.
Support that. I feel like I watched a movie not too long ago where like that was the actual storyline, and I don't remember what movie it was, and I'll never remember, I'm sure. I just know I saw it. I could have dreamed it.
No, that does sound like it would be a movie.
There was that one guy in it.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Helpful.
Yeah, I'll figure it out for you by the end of the night.
But was there anything else at camp? Oh, one thing they also mentioned is that Vlatko had to, and the whole coaching staff had 12-hour days, just maybe not that long, but 8-hour days on the actual field because they had to go through each of these pods in the entire day.
Yeah. But he was so pumped about it. He was
so cute.
He was like, we were out there. It was the best. We were out there 8 hours. It was like, okay, Vlatko, you win.
Yeah, you win. He's it's just so good to see the players and good. We're all doing what we love right now.
Cute.
Sweetie. Oh, my sweet.
My sweet.
My sweet Vlatko.
Oh, Vlatko. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm curious if the Olympics will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on vaccine status, or at the very least, it'll happen without crowd.
Yeah,
I did hear something where they were the Olympics are going to happen no matter what. So, but I don't know that I feel like our
even if
country's going to show
everyone has
up
COVID,
or what's going to happen. I don't know. Well,
yeah,
maybe I'll finally get my shot.
They just start emailing.
It's who wants to come? Try their hand at this.
I think you could, man. Javelin. Didn't you
javelin?
Do shot put, or didn't you?
I was thinking soccer.
I have my own discus. So.
Oh no! You can't do soccer, Mary Beth. Javelin only. Yes,
I probably.
That's what it was.
Listen,
discus.
I do not have
I said that.
endurance to run. So
I knew I said it for a reason. You have discus.
I do have a discus. I've never thrown it in my life.
Discus.
I have no idea how.
Oh my god, so funny.
Someday.
One day.
Someday I'll give it a toss. When I get invited to the Olympics, I'll give her a throw.
Yeah. That'll be
I like how
Yeah.
none of us went like, oh, I could play softball, which is the one sport I know how to
Yeah.
play.
Because I know that I'm not good at it. I was
Not
always more of
Olympic
like
level.
I was always more of like a motivator to my teammates who
Were
were
you
good.
the one doing the cheers? I never
Oh,
played.
we all
I
were. It
played-
was. I would say softball's the most obnoxious in terms of like players cheering.
Listen,
There
I'm not
really are
down.
a lot
I
of softball
really
cheers.
don't enjoy the cheers. I was never down with them.
It's not. I don't think it's something to be enjoyed. I think it's just like part of the game.
Yeah.
To
Like
antagonize the
like
other team.
like running to the bases. Like you have to do it.
I guess.
We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
That one's okay. That one's from Rookie of the
Yeah.
Year. Do you know I
Oh,
have a baseball signed by Gary Busey himself as the Rock?
Why would you want that?
Because it's straight out of Rookie of the Year. He did assault me and Emily a
Wait.
little bit. Not really. Did I ever tell you this story? Kind
No.
of really. So we went to like this horror convention where Gary Busey was because apparently he was in a horror movie
Did you
And,
go like explicitly to see
with
him?
a baseball to have it signed. Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
my
Emily
God.
Engelhart?
As the Rocket. Yeah, we went and we
I love
were
her.
also talked
Me too.
to Keenan's dad from Keenan and Kel. He was cool.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
His
I
real
don't know
life
his
dad?
real.
Or
I don't
like...
remember his real. No, from the show Keenan and Kel,
Oh.
the guy who played his dad.
Oh, okay. That makes more
Apparently
sense,
also
actually.
in a horror movie, but
They
he
were
did
in it
have
together.
Keenan
Oh
and
my
Kel-
God, what?
Keenan and Kel headshots available. Anyway, Gary Busey,
That's so weird.
he's like, "Do you want to take a picture? It'll be $10." And I was like, And then Emily's like, "I'll pay for it." And so he puts his arms around us, but like does that weird like side thing where they do that. And Emily and I both looked at each other, and he goes, "If anyone asks, say you were playing Tickle and Giggle with Gary." And we were like,
What the fuck?
"Yeah." So that's my
I have never hated someone more.
experience, but I do have the baseball.
Didn't he like go to jail for a while?
I don't know.
He definitely has some
He's got
mugshots
like a
out
head
there.
injury
I feel like that's how I
from
knew
like a
him. is, like-
motorcycle accident.
Oh, okay.
That actually makes sense.
Oh, wait. He also has a sibling who's an actor, right?
I think he has a son
Oh, that could be it.
who
Yes,
plays the bad guy in Contact.
that's not where I know him from.
That's the only thing I know him from.
That's
The guy that blows up the spaceship in Contact.
But he plays a
Spoiler
bad guy
alert!
somewhere else too.
Katie, that movie's from like 1996.
I know, but it's on my list.
I've been
Wait, that's the
dying
Jodie-
to see Contact. Yeah.
That's the
Wait,
Jodie
the Jodie
Foster
Foster
movie,
movie.
right? That actually is on my list.
Wait,
Well, I
his
didn't
son-
tell you what happened fully, so
Somebody
there's
gets
still
blown
more.
up. I'm peeved.
You'll recognize him as Gary Busey's son.
Fine. That just gives me more incentive to watch it if Gary Busey.
That's on my list. That movie's from before you were
Weirdly,
born.
it is. I was born in
94.
No.
I don't know when
94.
it's really from.
It was made in '94.
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, you said it that.
I
Wait, his
I'm a
son
good
can't
liar.
be that old.
Let me look it up. Oh God, sorry everybody.
his son was a
I'm
baby
looking
in
it
the movie and a baby. Sorry, I thought.
Yeah, and he was the bad guy as a
It's
kid.
baby.
Luke Sampson Busey. No,
I
Jake
don't think
Busey.
that's it. I think it's Jake Busey.
Okay. Yeah. He and his girlfriend April had a daughter, Autumn. April and Autumn.
That's
Okay.
a lot. That's a lot.
Stranger
going on.
Things.
Contact
Stranger
was
Things.
made
Duh.
in Contact came out in 1997. So
I
I was
literally
alive.
thought that you were going to say Stranger Things when you said Contact, and then I freaked out.
And that's why you were like, yeah. Oh, wait, who was he in Stranger Things? And then we need to move on.
Yeah, because we said that this episode was going to be shorter because we have less to talk about, but
and
we have spent
lied.
18 minutes talking about Gary Busey. Gary Busey's son in Stranger Things 3.
Oh, 3? I haven't watched that.
Oh, okay, it's better than 2.
I'm sure I'll get
Yes.
to
Oh,
it.
actually, like his character like sucks in it, but is a good character.
Okay, yeah.
So he plays a bad guy,
He's
but
good
it's
at
not
that.
like the villain. He's just like,
Like that kid.
this was the times in the
Ugh.
80s.
Oh, he's one of the. Okay, I gotcha.
But
I'm
I
gonna be
won't give
laughing for the rest
too
of the
much
night.
away like Mary Beth did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
If
laughing
season 3 is on
for
your
the
list.
very rest of the night for spoiling Contact for you.
Oh, we still didn't find out when it was made. but who cares?
1997.
Oh, yeah, Katie wasn't born yet.
Katie was born in 2008.
Yeah, I just slipped out.
12
I mean, our
years old.
gestational period was like a long time.
Years and
Finally.
years and years.
She came out as a
Finally.
14-year-old.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Some updates in terms of Athletes Unlimited. They just announced that they're adding lacrosse to their slate of sports. So it's now softball, volleyball, and lacrosse,
That's
right?
3. Do you guys know anything about lacrosse?
Yes. I know you hold a stick with like a little net on the end, and you have to
You
like,
can kind of like.
you either go
spin it
like
if you want.
this or you gotta like, I forget whatever, and then you shoot and then you score.
It's a lot of wrist.
All I know
Yeah.
about lacrosse is that Regina George plays it to channel
Oh
her
my
rage.
god, LOL, that's so true.
All
That
I know.
works.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Kalamazoo had like it was like not like a varsity team, but a
Club.
yeah. And CJ played.
Ooh.
There were actually like it was after my time, maybe right at the tail end. But anyway, there were like a few soccer players who did, and I think they had fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. It seems hard, is what I think. I'll be interested to watch. I have no interest in watching men play it, but I'll be interested to watch women play it.
Seems cool. I'm very interested, or I very much like the Athletes Unlimited model and
Yeah.
like how they play. I was very into it for softball, and I'm sure volleyball will be just as good. But obviously, like it feels like they have to have separate sets of rules since the points are game based. So you know
Right.
what I'm trying to say? So
Well, yeah.
I don't know
It's
the
different
rules of volleyball
sport.
to know how each person could earn individual points.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right. You know, it's probably fun for them to design, like the people who design the point system for each sport, because it has to be different. And then, I don't know, it's probably like a lot that goes into it. When does that start? I think
That
I've asked
doesn't
this
start till,
before.
like,
February?
February,
August.
maybe?
Oh.
I think it's February is volleyball. volleyball.
Oh, I was thinking
I don't
lacrosse.
know lacrosse.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
start till the summer.
We're very sure of our facts tonight. We're doing great.
You know what? It's been a really long 18 years that I've been out of my mother's womb. So
I think we've been clear from the start about our sports knowledge, so nobody expects anything of us at this point.
Exactly. It's about the passion.
Yeah,
bar is so
we just
low.
will watch it. It's about the passion and the merch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's all about the merch. I gotta reel myself in. It's like all
Katie
it
and her
takes all
11
my
shirts.
it takes all my willpower not to just like do and order new shit all the time.
Especially right now in pandemic times.
I know, because I don't do anything else.
You're right.
Just to order shirts.
I look at
But you
them.
know-
I don't even buy them. I just
You're
look at them.
saving money on gas. You're saving money on food. Are you? You're not eating during
Still
it. I
gotta
know
eat.
I
that.
don't eat. Yeah, I've never eaten before in my life.
But in my
Been
mind, I'm like,
fasting.
well, you eat at restaurants all the time if you're working.
Right. Totally. I mean, but we're not going to the movies. We're not blah, blah, blah. I mean,
Right.
that also doesn't mean like put all that money in a t-shirt fund.
No,
but-
you're right. 11 is your count, right?
yeah, but some of those are sweatshirts.
That
And-
counts.
That
Yeah.
counts.
According
That's
No,
to
I
our
know.
more
Instagram,
expensive
she's
t-shirt.
good pod.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And I also do have the orange hoodie.
Right.
I did buy it.
Wait, yeah.
But
Wait, did we not know that? Wait, that was the thing.
You
that
got
didn't
one?
come.
I thought you didn't get one.
That didn't come, but then like maybe
I
like a
got
month
it.
and a half ago,
Well, you
they were
can't
back
not
in
get
stock, and I
Did
got
you order
it.
one?
Yeah, I have it in my
And you
closet.
never told us? No, maybe you did.
No, I don't think I told you guys. I think I was like waiting.
It's like a
Well, I
shame.
think I was embarrassed. Like honestly.
I want you to know this right now. You should never be embarrassed in front of us, your friends and colleagues.
I actually had a
true.
couple people message me, like separate of like what the poll that Mary Beth posted about how many t-shirts I have, and they were like, "Do you really honestly have 11?" And I was like, "Oh, yep."
You know my reaction to that?
Sorry to-
People
sorry
are
to do that
engaging
to
with
you.
our content.
I was like, "Whatever it takes, roast my ass."
I
Get
really
the
did.
engagement.
Sorry about that.
No, it was really funny. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I love that. I mean, it's
Happy for you.
so cool because since July, I mean, it's since July. I love
Well,
it. That's so
I think
great.
I think
Oh,
some of
wait.
them
Were you
came
buying a
before
room?
that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think
you're
like
right.
Angel City, I don't know when they,
Mm.
I don't know. I actually could probably go back in my like,
Show us the
History.
receipts,
Yeah.
Katie.
I should add up how much they all cost, but I don't want to know.
Oh, that'll be the next poll.
Yeah. How much does Katie spend on merch?
Okay, well then you know what I'll do is add up how much you've saved on gas and food.
Perfect. Okay. Mostly rent is.
Oh yeah. That's like a huge one. Oh my
It's
god.
the real money saver here.
You've saved like, $50 on not going to movies and $70,000
On rent. Oh, yeah.
I support everything you do, Katie.
Thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you.
Me.
I have to confess, you guys, I did kill someone.
Oh, I support.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask who, but just know
And
that
I'm
I
not
support.
gonna tell.
Deniability.
Okay, we do have also the expansion draft though, soccer.
Oh yeah, let's
wise.
have a chat about that.
Get into it.
I think that's
Yes.
Katie's territory. She's been studying up.
Let me pull up the article by our good friend Meg Linehan for The Athletic.
Thank you to Meg. Thank you
Shout
to
out
Meg.
to
It was a nice
Meg.
article. Shout out.
Shout out. So basically, for those of you that don't know, the
Also
national.
explain what a draft is.
I was just. Oh my gosh! I was
Okay.
just gonna.
I'm so sorry to step on your toesies.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
The National Women's Soccer League added a new team, like that they're going to join next season, and that's in Louisville. What's their name? Like Racing Louisville FC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but so in order for them to like get players, they do this expansion draft where they have the option to take existing players from other teams to build their roster. So it's like they're just like almost like a dispersal. So some talent from every team gets kind of plucked and like put onto this Louisville team. So
Are there also new players?
not part of this, as
Okay,
far
okay,
as I
okay.
know.
All right.
So basically each existing team gets to have a list of protected players that they're like, you can't take these players. So each team gets 11 protected players, but they are only able to protect 2 national team players. So there are some teams that have more than 2 national team players. Like Chicago has, I think, 5, and I think Portland has 5 too.
Portland has a bunch too, yeah.
Yeah, so they can only protect 2. So they have to be really strategic about like who they're going to protect, who they think would get taken by Louisville, and so I don't know like what sort of strategy goes into it, but basically once somebody, like say Louisville selected a player from Washington Spirit, then the Washington Spirit would then get to protect another player.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, you get to like, if you've already been affected by them taking a player, you get to protect another one.
Wait, so if so Washington Spirit has protected 11 and their 12th player, let's say, is picked. Now they get to protect one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also what I was reading in that article by Meg Linehan was that the possible players that Louisville could take is anybody like associated with that particular team. So even if they're like on loan to another, like to a team abroad, or if they're like on the injured list, or if they're actually that's the only like 2 examples I can think of.
If they are out getting ice cream, they can still be picked.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Well, you know what was interesting? Okay, but real quick to follow up on that. So that means that like people like Tobin Heath who are abroad right now, they are up for grabs really. But
Yes.
it would be sort of, there has to be like disclosure around it. Like if Tobin has like signed or something, if she's like, maybe I'm getting this
So
off, but
I
Racing
think,
has
like-
to know.
well, I think so for the abroad players, like the U.S. players the U.S. national team players that are abroad, they're not locked into a contract,
Right. Okay.
which was why they're able to go abroad. It's because U.S. Soccer pays their NWSL salary. So,
Okay.
so while they might not like, if they were to choose Tobin Heath, and she could stay with Manchester United
Right.
for 5 years, and they'd just have her rights. So like when she came back to the NWSL, she would
Oh my God.
have
that's
to go
wild.
play for them.
And that's sort of
Okay.
what happened with Rose Lavelle, right? Like she was
Yes.
traded to just her rights were traded to OL Reign because she was already signed with Manchester City, right?
Yes.
Is
Got
that
it.
correct?
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
like in the event that she comes back, they
They have
have her rights.
Yeah.
But
You know what is also interesting? I think this is like an added factor. Is it was saying that if racing doesn't choose they can, how many total can they choose? Two? How many?
Up to 2 from each team, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they get money if they don't choose a national player.
Yes.
And okay, I'm gonna turn the TV down. But they so it's like $75,000 per player. Like they get money if they don't choose them. So, and that can be applied toward the like first round pick of like whenever the next draft is. So if they don't choose any like U.S. women's national team players, they have a bunch of money they can put toward new players if they want to. And
Yeah.
on the opposite side of that, teams, if they don't choose to protect a national team player that they have, they get money as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there is definitely some strategy in this too, because for a team like Portland that has, I think, 5 players, they have to be really strategic about which of those national team players that they protect, because like Crystal Dunn was just traded to Portland.
Yeah.
So
because she lives there. So like imagine being her and finally getting there and then being like
exactly
going to Kentucky.
Well, there's no way they don't protect her.
Yeah,
I think
that probably was part of the
Well, and I think too, like they might not protect a player like Tobin Heath or Becky Sauerbrunn, like just because they're kind of coming towards like the end of their career, like their careers are winding down, so they would be less appealing.
A new team.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, does racing want to build a team around players that are going to retire in the next couple of years? But probably not.
Maybe they could just want to like start with like a good record and want like people to want to come to their team also.
Right?
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know. I don't know how it works that well. It was wild to see because they got their first two. They got their first 2 team members, and it was wild to see that they could pick people up in exchange for not taking any other people from the team. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So what happened is Chicago Red Stars announced today that they had traded Savannah McCaskill and Yuki Nagasato to Racing. Just with the understanding that giving them these 2 players means that that Racing Louisville is not going to choose any of their players in the expansion draft.
Their whole team is protected now.
Wow.
But they also,
I
think they also got their first round draft pick. They got the Red Stars first round draft pick, and they got like some international slots or something.
Yeah,
There's more to it, but
right. But
it
that's
was an
like
exchange
the
for not taking anybody else from their team, which is cool. I didn't know that they could do that, and I think that that's interesting.
Yeah. And they have they also have like a handful of national team players, so I think they were probably like worried. It seems like it seems like they decided they wanted to like stick with what they have going on right now and like kind of focus on that instead of like having to rebuild. So I'm interested to see what other teams decide to do.
Yeah.
Because now, like, with Houston having done super well in the fall series and winning the Challenge Cup, I'd be curious to see which of those players would be like.
Yeah.
protected and not protected,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Do
it's gonna
they?
be
Does
really
Houston
interesting.
have anyone though that is considered the national team right now? I know they have people at camp, but I don't know that they would like they can protect
Yeah, they don't have any
everyone that's
allocated
at camp,
players.
right?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can protect all those players if they choose to.
Fascinating.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be very
What a
interesting.
thing. Speaking of that, and I'm going to go on a tangent back to camp because I really quick want to talk about that Hungry Hungry Hippos video that we watched.
Mm-hmm.
There was so as we said before, lots of great content coming out of this national team camp. And they were playing this game where they like obviously just had to like protect the amount of soccer balls in their little area, and there was like 4 teams or whatever, and it got wild, and Becky Sauerbrunn was straight up tackling everyone. It looked
Mm-hmm.
very fun, taking people out. You had people putting on the colors of the other team to trick them. So I think it was Midge Purse, right? Put on the green shirt thingy so that she could sneak in there, and they didn't know that she wasn't on their team because it was too fast paced. You had people stashing balls in their clothing so that you couldn't
Yeah.
steal it. It seemed like a fun game, and I would like to play
Mhm.
just that specifically
Yeah.
as a sport. Like not
Yeah.
actual soccer, but that
Hungry
game.
Hungry Hippos.
Hungry
yeah.
Hippos. Yep.
Yeah.
I know that was incredible. I feel like I remember playing that game or versions of that game, and it looked like a blast. Also, I didn't know Midge Purse went to Harvard.
Yeah, she's like on
Yeah.
like a board of something. She like just
Oh.
won. I don't know what it is.
That's cool. That's very
So
cool.
she's very, very Harvardy, extra Harvardy,
She's extra Harvard. Yeah.
extra Harvard,
Very
Harvard
Harvard.
plus, Harvard plus.
Yeah. Well, I was reading, I mean, this is pivoting a little bit, but
Pivot
as
away.
our friends are abroad, we've got Alex Morgan over there who hasn't played yet for Tottenham because she's still coming back from her pregnancy. And I was just kind of like looking into this because, there's just so much press around her, Kristen press around her, and of like, is she gonna play? Is she gonna play this game? Like, we're awaiting her debut, and it just is like really wild to me that she's like less than like 7 months after a pregnancy or something, and
She still has an infant.
she still has an infant. She brings it to every game, and I think the first game that the Hotspurs had, they were like, people were like, is Morgan gonna go in? And I think she
Well,
hasn't played since.
In
Oh, go
the
ahead.
viewer's defense, she was listed as like a sub.
Yeah.
So like you
Oh,
could
for sure. I was
potentially
one
go
of those
in.
people.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I gotta watch this, but yeah.
And that's why I got kind of concerned because she tweeted something like, I've been having like, I had a little bit of a setback, or like she tweeted basically after one of the games, like, I really, it's hard not to be out there, but I'm doing the best thing for my health, and I'm coming back. I want to make sure that I'm like fit and whatever. And we
Yeah.
talked about that a little bit, but there was an awesome article in The Athletic. And then I also listened to her, there was like a bonus episode on Just Women Sports podcast, and she was talking specifically about, or it was like excerpts from her interview with Kelly, and specifically on motherhood. And it just is like, you can't underestimate like how hard it must be to be a professional athlete and come back from a pregnancy. I feel like we expect so much of these players, and you just think like, oh, like then yeah, you come back. But she's talking about things like you have to like wait a certain amount of time to make sure your bones and your muscles and things are like okay to start running, and even training during pregnancy. There are like restrictions and stuff, and there's just so much you have to think about to like make sure that your body's even ready to start training again.
Yeah.
That like, I mean, this is her job, and her job right now is to like get healthy, and it's just like wild. And there's Yeah. I'll
It's
stop
like
there.
weird stuff like that you wouldn't think of either. That like it being pregnant like affects your like center of gravity and like how you balance, because like obviously you then have like a massive stomach that just is
Right.
gone, and it affects like that.
You
Like
gotta get used
like
to it
stuff that I
again.
would never what?
You got to get used to it again.
Yeah,
Essentially,
exactly.
Yeah.
like the
Like
body that you had.
exactly.
You got to get
Yeah.
it back, but then know how to work it.
Right. Like stuff I would never have thought about. Like yeah, it is crazy.
And even though, like, I feel like it would be hard to get back in shape. Like, if you are someone that is that level of an athlete for your entire life, you've been training like every single day and playing soccer constantly, and then you take several months off, it would still be hard to get back in shape. But then, like, also put your body through pregnancy, which is a terror to
Yeah.
like every part of it.
Yeah.
That it
And
just
and it
it's
must be
wild
like
that
really
she's-
hard because she has all these like eyes on her too. Like
Yeah.
and it's not the same as like coming back from an injury, you know?
Mhm.
Like I feel like especially like being a woman, like even just like being on the internet and seeing how much like these like troll men like just want to like shit all over women's sports, like
Mhm.
I'm sure that that's like an added like layer of like, well, if I don't come back like at the level I was before, then people are just gonna like write me off, or even just like you become like a symbol. Like she's more than just like Alex Morgan. She's like a
Right.
mother who's like, you can do it all, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like
She has to be
people
an
did that-
icon. Yeah.
Yes, people did that to Serena after she had her
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
and it's just
then-
like not fair.
Yeah. Then people also don't take into account that they now have a baby that they have to care for
I was
at
just
the
Right.
same time that
Yes.
Shirley doesn't sleep through the night and
Mhm.
like needs constant attention, and you can't take the amount of time that you want to train, and even when you can, you're very tired.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm
I
sure
think
any
there's-
mother will attest to like the fact that like, yeah, there's all these pressures to like come back and play soccer. There's also all these pressures to be a good mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so much that to think about. And I don't know, Katie, you mentioned like it's not like coming back from an injury, and they were literally talking about this, like that there's specific like return to play protocol for all these different injuries,
Mhm.
but there's not a specific protocol for coming back from a pregnancy, partly because, you know, everybody's different,
Yeah.
but partly because there's really not that much research done on it. And
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because how many like elite world class athletes are having a baby and then trying to keep being at that level? I feel like a lot of times, like, especially like in the past, like young, like professional athletes, they would retire and then have kids. Like,
Mhm.
like Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy retired when they were like in their like early 30s
Mhm.
and then went and had kids. Like,
Mhm.
I think there are different ways to, I think that was like the only way that a lot of them knew to do, to like be able to do that. And that's totally like commendable. I am not out there having kids and then going and playing a sport. But yeah, like in a lot of ways, I feel like she's kind of like the first, at least the first one in a long time for U.S. soccer to like have a baby while on the national. I don't know. It's I really feel for her, and I hope she doesn't feel this like pressure to be everything for everybody and like
Totally.
rush like returning to play just because like that's what everyone wants from her.
Which it seems like she doesn't. Like, it seems like
Yeah.
she is like doing what she needs to do, and that is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think it's like like also probably helpful that the Olympics didn't happen, because I think she was saying like she would have had to really rush back after that.
Yeah, because that would have
to
been
come back
2
from
months
that.
ago, right? The Olympics are in August. Is that correct?
Something
like that, yeah.
Sometime
Who
hot.
knows? And they're in the summer. They're the Summer Olympics, for goodness sakes.
For goodness sakes.
for GSs. Um,
Well, is that kind of, do we want to like wrap it up today? We said we would keep it short.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll have more to come back with in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
We'll just talk different issues. Different issues in
Shiz.
sports.
I'm gonna search for a new sport for us to watch.
I love that. Thank
Please,
you so
I-
much.
I was
promise
watching.
it might involve a pogo stick.
Um,
It only might
I will
involve
do.
a
I will
pogo stick.
literally do it.
I'll just find like the college soccer games.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I did start following a bunch of different accounts on YouTube. Accounts? Is that what you call it?
I don't know.
But one of them was like
Channel.
collegiate. Yeah, channel. Okay. The one of them was like collegiate softball. So get ready.
Ooh, okay. I'm into it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I recently found out I have the Olympic channel, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
wow.
browse that. Last
That's a
I saw it
channel?
was like rock climbing, but it wasn't like outdoor rock climbing. It was like
Oh,
indoor
okay.
rock climbing.
all right.
But on that channel,
Seems fake, but I want to hear more.
listen, you're gonna episode 13.
On that note, everybody prep and pray for episode 13 because that's surely what we're going to be doing.
Prep and pray.
Prep
Pray,
and pray.
baby.
And look,
Prep and
prep,
PMP.
pray, and vote, if you will. This
Oh.
probably will come out before election day, and I don't know. I'm prepping and praying
Oh, man.
for our country really as well.
The next time we record, things will be different, hopefully.
Yeah, if we
Right?
do it in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, actually.
No, next week. Election day is next week, right?
I know, but Tuesday, and we usually record either Sunday or Monday. But this is important for people to know. So I won't be able to do Monday next week. Just so you guys know.
Everyone know our
What the hell,
scheduling.
Julia?
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh boy, she does have to get to Michigan from New York. So.
I do, and that's exactly when I'm going to be traveling.
Are you
Unless we do it
driving?
earlier. No.
Oh,
Flying.
Would you have to get another CT COVID test?
Probably, yeah.
I
I'm
need you to
surely
know
going to do
I
one
had
on
one
Wednesday
today.
morning. Oh, really?
I had one of the deep ones.
Oh,
I
y'all.
don't love it. That's the second one of those I've had to have, and my sinuses were unhappy with it today.
Sick.
I don't like it.
I'm going to be
No.
honest with you. And, I usually am honest with you guys. But in this moment, I'm going to be extra honest. I don't think I've ever had one that's been that deep. I've had the ones that have sucked.
Do you only have
But-
the rapid ones?
No, I had one long one and then 2 rapids.
Oh, listen. My
Maybe I'm
first
getting
one
false
I
negatives.
had-
Maybe I've been having COVID
You've
this
had
whole
COVID
time.
for months.
Yeah,
You already had it though, didn't you?
You did already have
Yeah.
it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before. It's never gone away.
You never know.
You've had it
You
since
never
March.
know.
You never know.
No, this one today sucked way more than the first one that I had, and I do think
Okay.
it's because my sinuses were already irritated. But
Fuck.
whatever, you got to do what you got to
Sorry.
do to stay healthy. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
to
Exactly.
keep
You're doing the
others
right
healthy.
thing. You're doing the right
True.
thing.
I then though did immediately go to the grocery store, so who's to say if it's
Yeah,
accurate?
you know what?
anymore.
Wear your masks. I feel like that does so much for us, and
Yeah.
we can prevent a lot by wearing masks, washing our hands.
Yeah.
Everybody's
True.
saying it, but is everybody doing it? I don't know. All right, guys. Well, this has been She's Good for Monday night, October 26th is when we're recording this.
8:38 p.m.
8:30. Yeah, I have 8:39 is when
I have
we're.
8:39.
8:39
as well.
right
okay.
now.
Oh, okay.
Just
so
changed.
Kitty and I are just a little bit
You're a
ahead
little
of you
bit-
in life.
I'm in a little bit at living in the past. just a
Yeah,
little.
You are in
and
a
it
basement.
shows.
I am in a basement, so it didn't get to me yet.
True.
It took a
The
minute to
walls
get
are
to my
really
lava.
thick. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. All right, guys. Well, you know what? As we always say, stay healthy.
Stay good. She's good. Stay good.
Love you all so much.
Bye.